I want to go to the next topic, which is, I think, a little bit hard to answer, but I think it's going to be fun. There is an expectation that leaders should be aggressive and strong. However, if women demonstrate these traits, they then are seen as bossy. Have you encountered this in your respective professions? People who tell you that you are too strong, that you have too much personality, malakas ang dating, intimidating, that have you ever encountered this? And if you did, how did you respond? Let's maybe start with, well, Cheska.
What do you call this? Actually, to an extent, it's true that I think the women here, the panelists right now, we have strong personalities. We can be aggressive, but then I would just like to point out also to the women here that sometimes it is taken as an advantage that we are strong and aggressive, and some men like to point out that it is an insult for women to be soft and to be sensitive, but I don't think it is. Actually, it helps women become inclusive leaders if we are sensitive and we are soft. It's because we are empathetic, or we have empathy what people are going through. But then going back, have I ever experienced being called out or for my strong personality? Yes, a lot of times. So being the only woman actually in our council, there are a lot of times when some men will point out that there's this thing that we call in the Philippines smart shaming. It's actually they're gonna shame you if you know too much or if you talk too much, and then they tell me, "Edi ikaw na," or "You na." How do I even translate it? But yeah, sometimes they tell me that, and at the same time, when we have these debates, may it be in the government or in the civil society, when I speak out, I actually try to be very calm and very composed. But then when you get in the heat of things, you just start to lose all your grace and composure. And when that happens, they'll be like, you think you know everything, or at the same time, do you think you're the only one who's right? But in a room full of men and I'm the only woman and I'm the only person under 30, I think I would be the only one who would know what women go through and what the youth and the young people go through. So I think my perspective is the perspective of all the people belonging in my sector, and that it needs to be heard. Even though I get smart shamed, even though I get called all these bad things, I still keep voicing out what our sector wants to voice out, because I think it is my duty, since I'm the only person tawag dito, sitting there to represent us. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Well, yeah, smart shaming is a thing here in the Philippines. And my response to that is, what about it? Char. So next, maybe we can maybe we can hear an answer from Miss Ninyay. How about you?
Well, for that experience or encounters, we cannot deny the fact that uso ngayon yan. Like, yes, it is very common for us. But for my approach, I'm encountered a lot of times. I can relate with Miss Cheska's story. So I'm being called like, yes, being smart shamed. You're too strong, you're so vocal, you should calm down because you're a woman, you should not be like that, you should expect it to be a Maria Clara. Yes, that is being taught to us, no, already or very early. But as a peace champion or as a peace hero too, because we are trying to really compromise our advocacy, I'm going to respond, or I'm trying to respond to those people who are trying to say that you should too. Yes, if I'm too strong, you should too, because I think people need, or the world needs strong who are kind. And I think the switching of that strong in a negative way, we should make it a positive way, that being strong to your people, being strong with your principles and advocacy. I think that is the best strategy I have to really switch the positivity of that too strong personality, or that being called. I think that would be. Thank you.